My name is Marianthi Psacha, and I'm the Global Head of Cell and Gene Therapy for Santen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity today to speak a little bit about our organization as a cell and gene business unit. Here you see our forward-looking statements. The world is built on the ability to see. This is a statement that we live by at Santen every day, and it's taken from the World Report on Vision. Vision is such a critical part of so many aspects of our daily lives, from being necessary for education, for most jobs, also playing a key role in our personal lives. It allows us to communicate, to watch sports with our families, to even to read a book when we need a moment to ourselves. At Santen, we aim to achieve not only a functional improvement in vision, visual acuity, but also to create happiness through vision by providing people with better, more fulfilling life experiences. Because most eye diseases are not directly life-threatening, the importance of eye health is unfortunately often overlooked in favor of more serious health conditions. Santen has been contributing to people's eye health for 130 years, and we continue looking for new ways to address vision problems. At last year's conference, our CEO, Taniyuchi-san, introduced our long-term vision, Santen 2030. Our goal is to reduce the loss of social and economic opportunities for people living with eye conditions. Key to this is our expansion into new technological areas, which, as I will explore in this presentation, offer significant potential to change the lives of patients. As a cell and gene unit in an established, experienced pharmaceutical company, we will leverage Santen's numerous existing strengths to expand beyond our core business. Why to do that? Well, the ophthalmology market is expected to grow by 5% in the next 5 years. Within this, cell and gene therapies are predicted to grow to almost 2.1 billion, reaching more than 8% market share. Over the past 3 years, ongoing ATMP trials with an ophthalmological indication have already grown by 32%, with 75 active trials. So, cell and gene therapies offer significant potential to address unmet medical need. It is a great growth opportunity for companies such as ours. And for Santen, it's a strategic fit that allows us to go into our vision of 2030. Why are we focusing on IRDs? Because the impact is huge. They affect approximately 1 in every 2,000 people. For the majority of these diseases, there is currently no approved treatment. So it creates an enormous global financial burden and cost that is devastating for the economy, but also devastating for the patients and the patients' families. We spoke to some colleagues at Santen with either an inherited retinal disease themselves or are parents of patients with IRDs as a first step to help us better understand the impact that it has on patient lives. The emotional impact of progressive sight loss is huge, owing to the unpredictability of the disease and lack of treatment options. So as a team, as a cell and gene therapy platform, we aspire to change the lives of patients with IRD around the globe by delivering transformative solutions and redefining the healthcare delivery ecosystem. In doing this, we want to support the transformation of the company by building new capabilities and creating a sustainable and scalable platform for future therapies. Developing cell and gene therapies requires capabilities and a way of working that is substantially different to traditional development. So cell and gene platforms require agility, flexibility, and fast decision-making processes similar to those of small, agile biotechs. It requires to work cross-functionally in a way where the traditional lines of teams and divisions and departments are blurred. It is difficult to understand who is from which department, and everybody has one aspiration, one goal, and need to work cross-functionally with huge overlap. An organization that works within Cell and Gene needs to build capabilities, needs to hire, develop, and retain talent, because talent in this field is very scarce. We need to have an integration between operations and commercialization. The organizations that invest in cell and gene therapies need to have a risk tolerance that is high and a roll up the sleeves mentality. It's like building the car as you're driving it. And of course, there's a completely different go-to-market model because of the scarcity of the patients and the very few centers of excellence that actually can treat these patients. So, having just highlighted what makes the development of cell and gene therapies different, I'd like to introduce the design principles guiding our organization. Driven by our purpose, which is to change the lives of IRD patients, we have built an organization based on 6 design principles tailored to the characteristics of the cell and gene field, such as I said before: agility, cross-functional collaboration, scalability, sustainability, expertise, and diversity. And here you can see we have a fairly diverse team with many nationalities represented, with many years of experience in ophthalmology, retina, rare diseases across regions. Our first asset, HRPC therapy, is a first step towards achieving the vision of transforming IRD patient lives by focusing on the significant unmet need in retinitis pigmentosa, RP. RP affects nearly 2 million people globally. It causes progressive vision loss, from which can result in blindness by age of 40, and involves over 100 genes with no one solution, no one treatment option for all types. As mentioned before, IRDs like RP significantly affect, and I will try to show you in the next slide. This is what life looks like. So HRPC is an investigational cell therapy in late-stage clinical development, currently under investigation to address a considerable unmet need in RP. Preliminary evidence suggests that HRPC could impact retinitis pigmentosa by releasing neurotrophic factors. These factors could act to slow or potentially even prevent the death of the retinal cells. Due to its mode of action and administration, HRPC therapy has several advantages. It is gene agnostic. It has the potential for simple administration through intravitreal injection. It has a favorable safety profile and low immunoresistance. It has a potential for broader applicability of HRPC therapy in additional retinal indications. So I'd like to leave you here with a few final thoughts. Vision enables people to prosper at every stage of life as part of our journey to becoming a social innovator and our transformation into a global ophthalmology company. We see expansion into gene therapies as a logical and necessary next step to address high unmet medical needs. Santen is building a high-performing, sustainable, and scalable business unit with a tailored organizational structure, as well as deep expertise to tackle the unique characteristics of cell and gene. HRPC therapy is a high-potential treatment for retinitis pigmentosa and a first step in achieving our mission of changing the lives of patients with inherited retinal degenerations through transformative solutions. So I'd like to leave you with these final thoughts. Thank you for your attention and hope to one day meet you all in person. Thank you.